A sense of normalcy is returning to Minnesota as restrictions loosened and more businesses reopen. Dock and Paddle in St. Paul joins that list this weekend. And that's where we are live this morning with Lauren Bennett McGinty, Executive Director at Minnesota Craft Brewers Guild. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We're so glad to have you with us. So tell us a little bit more about the Craft Brewers Guild and partnerships with spots like Dock and Paddle.
Well, the Craft Brewers Guild represents over 160 breweries in the state of Minnesota, and we educate, advocate, and market for them. And we are here at Dock and Paddle, where we have a really awesome partnership where we get to put breweries beer from all over the state on tap, and they get to pair it with some awesome food.
Cool. Okay, so National Beer Day is coming up April 7th, a little ways away, but we always like an excuse to celebrate. Can you talk to us about some food and beer pairings that people can try?
Yeah, absolutely. So right here we have the Cuban, the Caribbean Cuban, and we've paired it with Fruit of the Loop from Inbound in Minneapolis. And then in the middle we've got the Birria Crunchy Tacos, pairing it with the Finnegan's Extra Stout. And then on my left here we have Fish and Chips paired with Fulton Lonely Blonde. So all of these beers are clearly from Minneapolis, but we usually have beers on tap here from all over the state.
So many good choices. Fulton Lonely Blonde, I have to say, is my favorite. So why did you pair these options together?
Yeah, good question. So with the Cuban, you've got a little bit of the spicy in the Puerto Rican style pork. So it's nice to cut that with some citrus in the IPA. With the crunchy tacos, it's nice to have a little bit of that heavier piece because they're kind of a light, crisp item. And then with the fish and chips, you want something to sort of cut through some of the fat on the fry, which is delicious, but you want a nice light option to go with that.
So if someone's sitting back at home saying, okay, that sounds great, how can they know what's good to pair together?
That's a great question. I think, beer pairs well with a lot of different foods. The Minnesota Craft Brewers Guild has done several festivals and cookbooks to kind of put out there to teach people more about that, but traditionally you'll want something citrusy to go with spicy food, or something really light to go with sort of a heavier food, and then of course I love a good stout or porter to go with my desserts.
Okay, those are good things to keep in mind. I think that helps when you're looking at a menu going, there's so many options, like what will go well together. Now, Dock and Paddle has just reopened. What's going on to celebrate?
Well, obviously it's a top 10 weather day, as we just heard from Mike, which is great. It's going to be beautiful out here today. And then this weekend there's a special going on where beers are half off. And of course you can enjoy the sunshine with your friends. There's a huge patio out here where you can socially distance. It's a fantastic experience over the lake, and it's just a fun family experience all around.
It seems like a great weekend for a reopening. Nice weather out there, like you said, to get outside, and maybe that's one of the spots where people can go enjoy the top 10 weather day. Now, I understand that Music in the Park is a series that's happening later this spring. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So there will be concerts out on the patio, and then the schedule will be released a little bit later. It's not quite ready yet, but they're hoping to start that in July.
Okay, well, something to look forward to when it's even warmer out there. Thanks so much, Lauren.